Hello and welcome to Death of Raven Gaming. Today we are playing Marvel Champions LCG by Fancy Flight Games as usual. Unlike what we usually do, it's a Friday today, and the reason why we're gonna go over to stream on Fridays, most likely, is because on Wednesdays I've started rehearsing for a theater show. So I can't do Wednesdays anymore, and Fridays just worked out best like that. So yeah, I hope it's easier for you guys to join me now, maybe, I don't know, but at least it's a Friday now, so hello again, and let's just start by randomizing the heroes. So today we are going to play, let's see, Spider-Man again. We have played him before. But since then, I've got my hands on this sweet promo. So yeah, Spider-Man. And we are playing Spider-Man. Let's see here. Protection. Okay. Spider-Man Protection. And we are going to face it's Spider-Man Protection versus Nebula. Okay. It was for a second at Ronan, and I was not ready for that. But yeah. So, Nebula. Let me just get Nebula out. And leave. She's fun. I'm just real fast checking. No minions in her standard one, and we are supposed to have one modular encounter sets. So let's go to modular encounter sets and give that a spin while I'll start bringing forth Ship Command and Power Stone that is also part of this. We randomize into Power Stone, so we're gonna randomize into something else. So if you wonder why we randomize into something else, it's because Power Stone is mandatory, I guess, Nebula. And we randomized into the Doomsday chair. Which is Modoc, and then it was Ship Command as well. There we have Ship Command. Okay. So, even though we've played Spider-Man before, I'm just gonna leave Milano immediately, because Milano is a player characters, or a player card. But even though we played Spider-Man before, I'm gonna go through him as usual. He is, of course, Peter Parker. He has a hand size of 6 and 10 HP, and a recovery of 3. He's a genius, and his ability is Scientist. Resource. Generate a mental resource limited once per round. And then when he flips, he becomes Spider-Man. Here he has 5 hand size, and he's an Avenger. He has 1 thwart, 2 attack, and 3 defense. And Spider Sense. Interrupt. When the villain initiates an attack against you, draw a card. So that's his Spider Senses. Then he has Black Cat as an ally. Signature ally. 2 cost ally, 1 thwart, 1 attack. Attack without consequential damage. 2 health, hero for hire. Force response. After you play Black Cat, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Add each card with a printed mental resource discard this way to your hand. So if you want to, it can be a good idea to think about having some mental resources, but not necessary. We have 2 copies of 0 cost event Backflip. Is a defense skill and interrupt defense. When you would take any amount of damage from an attack, prevent all of that damage. 2 1 cost events enhance Spider Sense. Superpower. Hero Interrupt, when a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel its when revealed effect. 3 copies of Swinging Web Kick. It's a 3-cost event, aerial attack superpower. Hero action, deal 8 damage to an enemy. Then we have Aunt May, 1 cost support, persona. Alter ego action, exhaust Aunt May, heal 4 damage from Peter Parker. 2 spider trackers, 1 cost upgrade, item tech, attached to a minion. Forced interrupt, when attached minion is defeated, remove 3 threat from a scheme. So that's some nice threat removal. We have 2 copies of web shooters, 1 cost upgrade, item tech, uses 3 web counters, enters play with 3 counters. When those are gone, discard this card if you don't know what use is. Hero resource, exhaust web shooter and remove 1 web counter from it, generate a wild resource, that's some nice resource generation. And then we have 2 copies of webbed up. 4 cost upgrade, condition, hero form only, attached to an enemy, max 1 per enemy. Forced interrupt, when attached enemy would attack, discard webbed up instead, then stun that enemy. It's basically a double stun. And then we have eviction notice, which is obligation. You may flip to alter ego form, choose 1, exhaust Peter Parker, or remove it from the game, as almost all obligation have, or discard 1 card at random from your hand, and this card gains search. So yeah, let's build around this a little bit. I have some ideas. I haven't played Spider-Man Protection myself, because I think on the stream when we played Spider-Man, we played Aggression. Let me just... Exactly, we played Aggression against Kang. So it's nice with some difference here. So yeah, let's just start... Let's go directly to Nebula has... Let me just check real fast. It's been a while since I've only played Nebula once. If I'm not mistaken, she has a couple of... Yeah, she has a couple of stun stuff and that kind of stuff. So yeah, this time Night Nurse is gonna be good. Let's add that one to our hero tracker, which is gonna be right now the cards we have. 1 cost support, uses 3 medical counter, exhaust the Night Nurse and remove 1 medical counter from her, heal 1 damage from a hero, and discard 1 status card from it. So it's gonna be some nice heal. We're gonna put strength, energy, and genius that I've already prepared. I'm gonna add an endurance because it's very important to survive when you're playing solo. We have 3 defense already, but I'm gonna throw in 1 armored vest to be able to punch that up to 4, which would be nice. I think this version we're gonna want to defend as much as possible, actually. That's probably how we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna put in an electrostatic armor, 1 cost upgrade, play under any player's control, max 1 player. After you defend against an attack, deal 1 damage to attacking character. It's basically a retaliate, but only when you defend. We are gonna put in 3 hard to ignore in this deck, because they are 1 cost upgrades. After your hero response, after your hero defends against an attack and takes no damage, exhaust hard to ignore. Remove 1 threat from the main scheme. So we're gonna hopefully not take damage too often when we defend. So that's gonna help us take care of quite a lot of the threat, actually, in this scenario. I'm gonna wait with Nurse of Steel. It depends on how many we're gonna have. We're gonna do Unflappable, play under any player's control, max 1 player. After you defend against an attack and takes no damage, exhaust Unflappable to draw a card. It's also some defense, like, help. Let's start with some events here. Put in 2 bait and switch. If you don't know what bait and switch is, It's 1 cost event, hero action thwart. The villain attacks you, remove 4 threat from the main scheme. So it's a threat removal. Where do I? There I have some threat removal. Threat removal that also gonna act in our spider sense. And if we haven't defended earlier for some reason, maybe it was stunned or something, we can probably get ping off, unflappable, hard to ignore, and some electrostatic armor in that as well. So we're gonna throw in 2 Desperate Defense. Desperate Defense is great. 1 cost event, hero interrupt defense. When your hero defends against an attack, it gets +2 defense for the attack. If you take no damage from the attack, ready your hero. But now, I'm gonna start looking, because we're gonna have to win this. We can't just defend all the time. We're gonna actually have to be able to win this as well. That's like just be useful. I'm just gonna throw in 2 get behind me to block a little bit more from the. We might remove those later, but just for now, because get behind me is great. We need to deal some damage. There's a couple of ways for us to take damage. Or deal damage. One of those main reasons is gonna be tackle. Well, not main reasons. We have swinging web kick. We already have a lot of it good in his kit. Tackle is just a 3 cost event, attack, hero action attack, stun an enemy. If you pay for this card using a physical resource, deal 3 damage to that enemy. It is just a solid. It's it's almost always gonna be 3 damage and a stun. Which is just great. We are probably also going to. We have 2 in attack, so counter punches. I feel like I have a couple of things I want to put in, but I feel like it's just more. It's just more defense stuff. Allies that I want. Let's not check for an event. I'm trying to think what I want. I'm gonna throw in Nova, actually. I have never played Nova before. But Nova is 4 cost ally, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health. Interrupt when an enemy initiates an attack against you. Spend a mental energy resource. Deal 2 damage to that enemy. So it's just a nice way to just deal damage when you get attacked, which we're going to get a lot, actually. We don't really want. We kind of want stuff. I'm gonna throw in. There's not really. Martyr is good, but Moon Dragon. I'm just thinking here. Let's just wait with more allies. We're going to have more allies. Don't worry, but. I want to look at the basic cards first. Just because he's good at what he's doing. No, actually, wait. Sorry. I'm gonna see so you can see as well. Supports. I kind of want some resource generation. I'm gonna throw in a Queen Carrier. Just because I feel like I really want to. Let's do that. I don't know if I've done everyone now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 21. I missed one, yeah. Okay. I usually don't want too much of it. Let's see here. I usually don't go in here because of the simple fact that I don't usually play too much basic. I think the aspect cards are way more fun. But this time, maybe. No. No. Let's just go back to... I just think, generally, aspect cards are better. Some basic allies are... Wait. Some basic allies are really, really good. That's why I'm considering putting the other Spider-Man in the deck. But what I really, really want is I'm gonna throw in 2 copies of First Hit. It's a 1-cost event. Hero action, deal 2 damage to the villain. Or a hero interrupt. When a minion initiates attack, deal 2 damage to that minion. And I'm also gonna throw in 2 momentum shift. It lets me ping down some health. And who here have... I'm gonna sadly throw in Iron Fist, even though I want to avoid expensive allies. So I'm gonna throw in Starhawk as well. Because he's cheap. And he has some good attack. But yeah, I think... I don't feel too strongly about this deck. Let's throw into Indomitable as well. How many defense abilities we have? Defense events. We only have 1, right? Yeah, because I didn't try and fill with too much. Well, we have backflip, but they're free. Yeah, so it's not worth putting that one in. Let's try with these 44 cards. Let's see what happens. And yeah. Okay, so yep. Let's sleeve these cards then. So yeah, It's been a while since the last time I streamed, because last week I took my vaccine. My second shot of the COVID vaccine. That's why I couldn't stream last week. And yeah, and this week I said it became Friday from now on. And it feels like it's been a long time. Too long, I think. I miss playing some Marvel Champions on the streams with you guys. And actually, tomorrow my Mad Titan Shadows should ship. I don't know how long it will take for it to arrive here. The shipping, because I couldn't choose the cheaper shipping. It was 2 shippings, a cheaper one and that doesn't say days. And the expensive one, I had to take the expensive one because I ordered some other stuff as well that needed it, apparently. And an expensive one said 3 to 6 days, but I do not believe that. Because I ordered it from the UK, and I live in Sweden, so it's quite a bit of a trip, especially with how everything is with the EU and everything. But as soon as I get Mad Titan Shadow, we are going to play it on the stream. I am going to start with either Spectrum or Adam Warlock, depending on what you guys want, and we are, or and then we're gonna probably randomize within the campaign things. Or, if you guys want, this is the cool thing. Because, so I have a board gaming table now. Because I built it. I think I told you about it in the last stream. Which I can probably set up so I can, if it's an important stream, I can probably set up so I can stream from there. And after I get Mad Titan Shadow, what do you guys think of me streaming 2-handed Mad Titan Shadow campaign with Adam Warlock and Spectrum? I think that could be cool. And then just go through the new villains. And just take a couple of weeks to do that. See if we can get 1 or 2 done. Or just, I'll just continue with the randomization. Just as we usually do when a new character is released. We put the new character in the thing. It's up to you guys. Please comment how you feel down below, and yeah, I'm just gonna check. So yeah, that is, oh shit, I accidentally put Power Stone. So it says here, set up, put the Nebula ship, put this Nebula's ship environment in play, and the Milano support, which we have put in, and attach the Power Stone to Nebula. Power Stone gives +1 thwart, +1 attack. And we can steal it by attacking her for 3 or more damage. And then discard the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. Then attach each technique upgrade discard this way to Nebula. Okay. So Nebula actually has a special thing. With techniques that she have in her deck that's going to be resolved, which is pretty cool actually. And actually, if you don't know, they announced Nebula as a playable hero with also technique cards that you could activate and stuff. So it's cool that they kept it like the same feeling. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. So yeah, there we have our deck. While I shuffle this deck, I can just read. So Nebula is a villain. It's a 2 scheme, 2 attack. The first technique attachment each player reveal each round gains surge. And then there's a forced interrupt after she schemes or attacks. It's when Nebula initiates an activation against you, resolve the special ability on each technique attachment in play, then choose and discard one of those attachments. So yeah. And then Nebula ship is an environment, forced interrupt when the villain phase begins. Place 1 evasion counter here. First player action, exhaust Milano and spend up to 2 resources of any type, remove 1 evasion counter from here for each resource spent this way. And evasion counters is X is equal to the number of evasion counters on Nebula's ship, which is how much it's gonna extend. But first we're gonna top 2 for technique. That is not a technique. That is a technique. Weapon mastery, which is attached to Nebula. Nebula gains retaliate 1, and as a special I take a damage. So yeah, it starts with 2 on it. It's not allowed to go up to 6. That's annoying. But yeah, let's go. Let's start by... I'm putting the Milano here. Let's put Peter there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We start with Iron Fist, Webbed Up, Get Behind Me, Endurance, Hard to Ignore, and Spider Tracker. Webbed Up is really difficult if you don't have like some mitigation of anything. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're still probably gonna do it. So I'm gonna do Scientist, generate a resource. And I'm gonna put out Endurance to give us plus 3 hit points. And we don't have 44 hit points. We now have 13. And the villain has 17. So yeah. I'm gonna do that first. Probably just gonna, I am going to flip into Spider-Man. And then I'm gonna exhaust Milano, which generates a wild resource. Throw away Iron Fist, Get Behind Me, and... well, Iron Fist deals damage. Well, he has retaliate right now, so it's easier to just use Webbed Up. Yeah, no, we're gonna tap the Milano, throw away Webbed Up, get... Yeah, it's still gonna do damage. Webbed Up, Get Behind Me, and Spider Tracker. To pay 4 for Iron Fist, which comes in with 2 mystic counters that we can spend to stun enemy when we attack. And then we have Hard to Ignore left. So let's start with just, because we can right now. I'm gonna start by thwarting 1 away from the Art of Evasion, because that's gonna be annoying in the end. Iron Fist is gonna tap and spend that, which deals... he's gonna deal 3 damage, because when you remove a mystic counter, you stun the enemy and deals 1 damage to it. So 3 damage and a stun on Nebula. Sadly, that does not activate... it gives the power song, because there has to be a hero or villain. But the Iron Fist takes an extra damage, sadly. So yeah. And yeah, I think that was it. Let's untap everything. Let's drop to 5 Starhawk. Enhance Spider Senses. Get Behind Me. And Genius. Okay. So, let's do this. When the villain phase begins, place 1 evasion counter here. Yeah. which means this one goes up by 1. Then Nebula is stunned, and it's funny because I literally saw this today, that in the rules, if Nebula is stunned, she doesn't activate, so the weapon mastery doesn't activate either. So actually that's a bad thing. I should have waited a turn, but okay. And then I take this one, and discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until its technique attachment is discarded. Reveal that card, then resolve its special ability. So there we have a technique. Place 1 threat on the main scheme. And it says reveal that card, which means the first technique attachment each player reveals each round gains Surge. I should have just defended, but the Doomsday chair. If Modok is not in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Modok and put him into play, engage with you. Then shuffle the encounter deck. Modok is a 2 scheme to attack 8 health minion with Retaliate 2. I should have literally just used any of these for combat ready, but I totally forgot about it. Just my luck. And so yeah, it is our turn. And I kind of want Nebula to attack me so I can get the card, you know? But it's... oh, also... the Doomsday share came in with 8. That is super duper annoying. So I'm gonna throw away Genius to play Starhawk, who's gonna tap immediately to remove 1 threat from that. And I throw away Get Behind Me, I think, to play Hard to Ignore. No, I don't play throw away Get Behind Me. I tap Milano to play Hard to Ignore. No, I throw away that. And then I'm gonna throw away I tap Milano, throw away Enhanced Spider Senses to remove 1 evasion counter. To bring this down a bit. And Spider-Man is gonna thwart 1 from the Doomsday chair. It's just good to start getting that down right now. And Iron Fist is gonna use his or actually I want to kind of keep him. Yeah, I'm gonna actually use Iron Fist to hit Modok, which deals 3 damage and a stunned to Modok, but Iron Fist dies. Which means that's all I do. I'm gonna untap. I'm gonna draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Backflip. Web Shooters, Bait and Switch, Spider Tracker, and Indomitable. Okay. Which means we put one there, which means this one goes up by 2. And Nebula initiates an attack, but first I'm gonna take 1 damage, because that's the special ability on Weapon Master. Then I place 1 threat on the main scheme. And then I get to remove one of them. I'm gonna remove the main scheme one, because that's too annoying. And then she attacks me with this. But before that, she actually initiates an attack with me, which means I get to draw a card, which is another hard to ignore. And let's see what Nebula does. Actually, I could tap Spider-Man. And hopefully, like, you know, get the hard to ignore off. But I also have a backflip to use, so it's better just... I think it's better to save backflip. I'm gonna tap Spider-Man, actually. I'm gonna tap Spider-Man. And, no I don't. I'm gonna just take it. Okay, after this... So, I backflip away those 3. And then this one, attach this card to Nebula and resolve its special. She gains Stalwart, which means she cannot be stunned. And then give Nebula a tough status card. If you already have a tough status card, give Nebula 1 face down boost card. Okay, and then my encounter card is combat ready. Great. Discard a card from the top of the encounter deck until a technique attachment to discard. Reveal that card and then resolve its special ability. So let's find that next technique. There we have a technique. It's the Weapon Master again with the retaliate, and then I take a damage because, yeah. Okay. Which means it's here's her, and I'm gonna tap the Milano to play Web Shooters, which has 3 web counters on it. Then I'm going... Oh, also, sorry, MODOK removed his stun. Then I'm going to use Web Shooters to play hard to ignore. Then I throw away Spider Tracker to play Bait and Switch, which means the villain attacks you. Great. I know, right? Actually, no. I don't do that yet. Wait. I don't do that yet. I'm not gonna get Starhawk from I'll start back from it, but I'm gonna tap him to attack in away tough. Sadly, that's not gonna because all the retaliates. It shouldn't do anything, but yeah. Let's now throw away Spider Tracker to play Bait and Switch. The villain attacks you for 3. I'm going to defend. And it's a 4 and plays 1 evasion counter. Shit. So yeah, I take 1 damage. Also 2 damage here because it's supposed to remove those and she's supposed to get a tough status card. And then I'm gonna remove one of them because that is still initiating an activation against use an attack. So yeah, remove 4 threat from the main scheme was what I did that for. Totally not worth it now. Also, I get to draw a card. I forgot about that. Swinging web kick. That's gonna be nice, actually. So yeah, let's just untap everything, because that's what I have to do now. Which means I can drop to 5. Another swinging web kick, another beta switch. First hit, okay. Sorry. Yeah. So, one evasion counter here, which means this one goes up by 4. And then he's gonna activate against me, which means I take 2 damage. But then I can remove one of them. And then Nebula is gonna actually attack me for 3. I'm not gonna defend. Because the thing is, if I hard to ignore specifically says after you hear a defense against an attack and takes no damage, exhaust, hard to ignore. Which means if I want to, I can do that on. I can defend from Modok, not take damage from Modok, and get ping hard to ignore off. Well, first I get to draw a card because Spider-Man. It's another first hit. Okay. Yeah. This is an interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna defend, I think. It's really difficult, because... Or I just eat all the damage and just hurt. But it's not sure I'm gonna be able to eat all the damage. I'm probably not gonna be able to eat all the damage. Oh well. I'm gonna eat all the damage. Worst case scenario, I'll just restart. Okay, this is why you're watching. Long decision to end with something super ballsy. So, it attacks me for 3. And that one goes here. And then resolve its special ability, which... Okay. Place 2 evasion counters on Nebula ship. For each evasion counter on Nebula ship, discard the top 2 cards of each player's deck and the encounter deck. So that's 5. So that means 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then 10 cards from my deck as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I still have some good cards in my deck. And then Modok still hits me for... So, she still hits me for 3. And then Modok hits me for 2. Okay, it's our turn. I just realized Nebula's Retaliate's gonna kill me if I'm gonna do what I wanted to do. I'm gonna throw away... Wait. Yeah, I should have just defended. Definitely. Oh well. It's just gonna be like... Because the first hit can... bait and switch will only let me draw a card. Maybe that will help me, because there's no threat in the main scheme, so it's not worth it yet. But I could use heart to ignore. It's also main scheme. Oh well, that would have been great if I defended before. Anyway, I'm throwing away first hit and bait and switch. And use web shooters to play a swinging web kick, deal 8 damage to an enemy, and kill Modok. I really wanted to use both on Nebula, but her retaliate 1 is a problem. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna tap to Milano. And then I'm gonna throw away first hit and Indomitable to remove 2 evasion counters from Nebula ship. I really have to flip, but I also really can't, because that's 3, 6, 7. And that is without her 8. But I have no choice. I really don't have any choice. No, I don't, because her weapon master is gonna kill me. So I'm gonna flip without tapping and recover 3. Yeah, and then I'm gonna untap everything. Drop to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good though. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have the screen lower. My swing and web kick momentum on my web shooters, tackles, and strength. So let's do this. I just lost. Yeah, I forgot that one adds 1, so we just lost. So, but we, okay. Well, let's just redo this. There's not much to do about it. That's just life sometimes, you know. She is quite difficult scenario. It's not the worst in set. I know we were so close to randomize into Ronan before. And that would have been worse. I do like her style though, with the techniques and everything. It's really, really cool. Oh, I also forget it. Oh, wait. Yeah. It's really, really cool. And let's just discard the top 2 cards. A vision notice. And of course we got technique. And it's the place threat on the main scheme 1. X is equal to... Okay, let's redo this. Let's reshuffle here. I'm really looking forward to the new defense cards in Mad Hat Shadow and some other things. I think some defense cards that would be really, really nice. There are some I can, like... We don't do too much damage still, but that's why we play Spider-Man. Okay. Also, yeah, last week I released my first Arkham Horror video. Hope you guys watched it and liked it. I don't know when the next one's gonna come out, but hopefully not too long. So yeah, it was really fun to do. 5, 6. Okay. I start with a momentum shift, Aunt May, Energy, Quinn Carrier, Hard to Ignore, and Nova. That's actually gonna be quite a nice combo of cards. Yes, it is. Okay, let's start the game. I'm gonna generate a mental resource to do play onto May, to be able to heal later. Just since we have her in hand, it's good to bring her out now. Then I'm going to flip, and here I'm gonna tap the Milano and spend energy to get the Queen Carrier out. And I'm actually going to use the Queen Carrier to play hard to ignore. And then I'm gonna start by thwarting one. Actually, I can hit her now. I'm gonna thwart one because I don't know why I put Dosa Milano. It's supposed to be on the Art of Evasion, but now it's only one. So yeah, let's just go into this. Yeah, 3, 4, 5. Starhawk, Indomitable, and Genius. It's some good cards though. Cool. Anyway, here's my 2 ships, the Queen Carrier and Milano, who generates resources for me. And yeah, let's go into Nebula's turn. It's that one, puts one threat there, then that one puts another threat on the main scheme, and then it discards itself. Then she's gonna attack me for 3. I'm gonna tap to defend, and pray for something that doesn't have any, and it's gonna be Assault that doesn't have any, which means I don't take any damage. Also, I should have drawn a card when that attack starts, Indomitable, and I can use tap hard to ignore to remove 1 threat from the main scheme. And then I get this one. Doomsday share. Oh well. MODOK, come out, wherever you are. MODOK. But yeah, everyone loves MODOK. No one thinks he's a stupid big head. But yeah, I actually started playing the Avengers. I just finished the original campaign playthrough on the Avengers computer game, and MODOK is very fun in it. So yeah, let's go into here. Now we have 1 more card in hand. Gonna What do I want? I'm gonna play tap a Genius to play Starhawk, and then I'm going to throw away Indomitable and Momentum Shift, and tap Milano and the Queen Carrier to get Nova out. And yeah, that's... Well, actually I can use them as well. So they both are just gonna thwart one. Yeah, they both just remove threat from the main scheme. Which means they're gonna all untap right now. I'm gonna draw back to 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swinging Web Kick, Endurance, Armored Vest, and Strength, and Indomitable. Okay. Which means... one evasion counter. Then it's gonna add 3 on there. The Nebula is gonna attack me. I am going to tap Spider-Man and pray that there's a 0 there. So it's 3. So I take 3 damage. So that definitely wasn't a 0, so I can't use Hard to Ignore. Also, I should have done a card. It's Bait and Switch. And Modok attacks me and deal 2 damage to me. But when that happened, I can use Nova to throw away the Bait and Switch I just got to deal 2 damage. When an enemy initiates an attack against you, spend an energy resource, deal 2 damage to that enemy. So let's deal 2 damage to Modok, because that also ignores Retaliate. Doesn't count on that, because Retaliate only works when being attacked. So yeah, it's also I totally forgot about the count card, and we're gonna have exhaustion, exhaust your identity card, and then draw another card, which is gonna be Lethal Intent. When revealed, discard card from the top of the encounter deck until a technique attachment is discarded. Reveal that card. Technique. It is the tough status card one. And then I'm gonna draw another one card because of this, and it's gonna be Weapon Master, which is the Retaliate one. Okay. Why did I do that? I was supposed to be like that. Also, that was the I should have. First technique has Surge as well, right? When a real hero, Nebula attacks you. If the damage is dealt by this activation, place one evasion counter on Nebula ship. Whew. Okay, so she's gonna attack me for 3, but first you get a tough status card. And then I take 1 damage, and then she's gonna attack me for 3. I cannot defend, but I'm going to get to draw a card, which is a second swinging web kick. So that's gonna be 3 damage. Oh, 3 damage at least, only. That's too close to comfort. I'm just gonna have to agree that the Art of Evasion is gonna be lost. And that one dealt damage. We're gonna put an invasive evasion counter on Nebula ship. We're just gonna have to agree that this one is lost already. So yeah, let's just build up a little bit for the next, I guess. Queen Carrier is going to be exhausted. To play Endurance to give me +3 health. Then Strength and Indomitable is going to be used to play Swing Web Kick, deal 8 damage to an enemy to kill Modok. Yes. Then I'm going to tap. No, I'm not going to tap the Milan. No, I'm stupid. The Nova and Starhawk are both gonna remove a threat each from Lethal Intent. And yeah. I'm gonna tap the Milano and throw away swinging web kick just to bring down the evasion counters a little bit. Yeah. So, and then we're gonna flip to that side. We're gonna use that ability to play Armored Vest to give me +1 defense. We're gonna tap onto May to heal 4. And yeah. Wait, why did I give her a tough status card? It's just when you reveal special. That didn't say we want to reveal special. Anyway, this one goes up to 3. That adds 4. Their auto evasion. Place 2 evasion counters on Nebula ship for each evasion counter. Plus it's 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then ours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, there was some good cards in there. Oh well. And this one flips to that side. And then she is going to scheme for 3. Well, first, I'm gonna take a damage. And she gets a tough card. And then I remove Unyielding Presence. And then she's gonna scheme for 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna have to deal with that next turn. And then I gotta get an encounter card, which is gonna be Barrel Roll Insight 1. And then it's a Surge. Place 1 evasion counter on Nebula ship. And this one is Evasive Maneuver, attached to Nebula, get Stalwarts, you are stunned. If you're already stunned, give Nebula 1. And that also means that that's the first technique attachment, so that gets Surged, Card of Darts, can upgrade or support to control. I'm gonna discard Hard to Ignore, because 1 is not really worth it, and the rest are too good. So yeah. Okay, it's our turn, and also all of this should have been untapped. Then I'm gonna start by tapping on some. Oh, we forgot to drop cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wouldn't have done a difference. I wouldn't be able to. It would have done different because of that. Stupid. Anyway, this is what we're gonna have now. We have 2 backflips, Webbed Up, Enhanced Spider Sense, Iron Fist, and First Hit. Now it is important, because Webbed Up will block Stalwart, will work even though Stalwart is there. But yeah. Okay. So, Aunt May heals 4. Then I can only play Iron Fist like this. I'm gonna throw away Webbed Up, Enhanced Spider Sense, and First Hit, actually, and use that one. Oh no, wait. I'm gonna save Enhanced Spider Sense. I'm gonna use First Hit, Webbed Up, Quinn Carrier. Oh, play only if you. Yeah, I can use it now. Quinn Carrier and that one ability to play Iron Fist to be able to give him 2 Mystic counters. And then I'm gonna flip to Spider-Man. Then these 2 are gonna tap to remove threat, which will put him back in my hand. Which means it looks like that now. Which means I then can tap the Milano and throw away Starhawk and Enhanced Spider Sense, which is 2, to remove 2 evasive counters. And then save both backflips. Okay, let's do this. Let's untap everything. Let's drop to 5, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let her activate. You get +1, which is 4, 5. It's too close to come for comfort. I'm gonna take a damage because of that one. And then I'm gonna get stunned. And then I can remove one of them. I'm gonna remove the one that gives Stalwart. And then she's gonna attack me. 3. Also, that means I get to draw a card. which is hard to ignore. Which means she attacks me for 5 damage. I'm gonna use one of my backflips to prevent all of that damage. So it takes 0 damage, and then I get an encounter card, which is Power Siphon. Peril. When revealed, choose one. Exhaust Milano. Spend 2 energy resources. Discard a card random from my hand. I am just gonna exhaust Milano. Can't really do that, can I? Energy resources, I guess. I'm gonna discard a card at random from my hand. Is what I'm gonna do. It's probably gonna be the easiest one, as long as it's not the webbed up. It's tackle, that's fine. Anyway, it's our turn. I'm not gonna use webbed up. I'm gonna use Quinn Carrier to play first hit. I'm gonna be retaliate myself, but I'm gonna remove the tough status card she has. That's gonna kill Iron Fist though. I can take one more, that's fine. Sorry, webbed up. I'm gonna tap the Milano and throw away webbed up and hard to ignore to remove 2 evasive counters. And then it doesn't really help. 5. I need to remove 5. Yeah, I can't do that in any way. Whatever I do, I can only remove 3, so we have lost this again. Yeah, we've lost. We gotta tap both of these, which will kill Nova sadly, and deal 1 damage to Iron Fist, but that's the only thing I can do, and then I'm gonna tap him as well, and we still have lost, because this one go up to 4, and then 5 with that one is 10, so we lost again. Okay. Okay, Nebula, you decided to be a little bit more annoying than you wanted to be. Okay. Let's do this again. I don't really know what I want to change in the deck. I mean, I want more damage, but there's not too much more damage stuff that doesn't cost 3, which is the problem I have mostly with stuff. I could add in 2 deflection to take less damage myself, but I don't think the damage taking is the problem. What if I moved away from defending? What if I switched hard to ignore? What if I switched away hard to ignore? Everything that works with defending. And just try hard to ignore, hard to ignore. Being switched as for defense. I think being switched is still good for being attacked if I can defend in other ways. Unflappable, which I haven't seen yet. Indomitable, indomitable. So Indomitable, hard to ignore. Which is now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, well, 34, 35, 36. I'm gonna keep the Desperate Defense there just in case. Which means I have, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Can you guys see me or hear me? Twenty-seven, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Yes, I have 37 cards in there now. Protection. Okay, just 37. Let's just work with preventing damage. Let's put in 2 defensive stands instead. Oh. I'm gonna have to remove that one as well. There we have it. Let's just totally flip this bird on its head. And just work with preventing damage instead. Which means I'm gonna throw in 2 deflection as well. And throw in 2 fighting fit, try and stay up on health. So wait, I removed 1, so I removed 2. I can put in 2 more without adding too much. And I'm gonna throw in 2 preventive strikes. So let's try this. This might be crazy, but we're already not winning, so I think it can be worth it. It's gonna be exciting, actually. Could one of the people I know that is watching the stream tell me that you can see and hear me? Because my mini video is effing up. Wait. Is there a problem with the stream or... Okay, you wrote to me. Someone wrote to me, so I'm gonna... It's probably fine. Okay, good, because so I have thank you, my brother. So actually, I always... Yes, I can see it here. Thank you, Herver's Home. Alexander just wrote as well, but... Because I see myself in a mini... like a mini thing on YouTube as well. And... yeah, it's lagging that one. That's why I had to... Or like, it's stuck, so that's why I had to ask. But thank you so much. And Herver's Home, it's nice to see that you're here as well. So, especially when we're playing Spider-Man. Is it both of you or just one of you who are here? Just pure question. Let's reshuffle this deck. You were not late, you promise. Yeah, you know I can see the amount of viewers at all time, right? No, it's fine. It's fine. It happens. If it's playing on his Switch, oh well. Yeah, I can't blame him for that. I think he would appreciate that I'm playing Spider-Man. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has spider sense, momentum shift, bait and switch, deflection, starhawk, and backflip. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Remove 2 cards here. Please don't be a... Yes! It's the first time we don't start with a technique card, everyone. That's great. But you already have 2 here. Okay. Yeah, I am gonna throw away momentum shift. And use that to play Starhawk. Then I'm gonna flip to Spider-Man. Who doesn't love Spider-Man? And I just started with so much defense cards. I mean, our entire deck is only defense cards right now. So that makes total sense. So yeah, I'm just gonna punch Nebula for 2. Also, you're supposed to be on 17, yeah. So let's just do that and just flip up. I actually don't like that I have that. I'm gonna throw away bait and switch. I should have done that earlier. These 3. I'm gonna throw away deflection as well. Then I'm gonna untap. 3, 4, 5. Desperate defense, spider tracer, and web shooter, and backflip and has Okay. Let's put an evasive counter there, which means 1 there. She's gonna attack me with that. Am I going to defend or just backflip? Well, I get to see my card first. I draw. It's Fighting Fit. I'm gonna let her attack me. That is 3. Which means I'm gonna use backflip to not take any damage. The Nebula gets a tough status card. And yeah. Because that's the... After this activation ends, attach this card to Nebula and resolve special ability. Then we get our encounter card, which is Hull Breach. Choose 1 exhaust Milano. Deal 3 damage to the first player. Spend 2 mental resource. I'm just gonna... And is that fine? Yeah. I'm gonna just exhaust Milano. That's fine. So, it's our turn and we are Spider-Man. I could have just played that, but that would have just also been exhausting Milano probably, so it's fine. So what I am going to do is I am going to let... I'm gonna throw away Desperate Defense to play Web Shooter. I can't use Spider Tracer. That's insane. And then I am gonna throw away Spider Tracer. No, wait. Whew. Doing things in the wrong way. I am going to... hit with Starhawk, which takes 2 damage. No. Starhawk gonna thwart for 1 damage. Remove a threat from there. It's gonna be important. Then Spider-Man hits, removing the tough status card. And then I'm throwing away Spider Tracker, Web Shooter to play Fighting Fit. And if you don't know what Fighting Fit is, 2 cost event, attack. Hero action, deal 2 damage to the villain. 5 damage instead if your hero remaining hit points are equal to or greater than your hero's starting hit points. Which it is, because we have full health still. Which means that's 5 damage on Nebula for 2. And I'm gonna keep enhanced spider senses. So let's untap everything and draw up to 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a lot of expensive and good cards. Okay. Which means Nebula is gonna get that, which will add +2. There. Then she's gonna attack me, and I get to draw a card first. That is Deflection. I might just defend against this and just take as little damage as I can. Or let Starhawk take it. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna defend it. And that is... So I'm gonna take 1 damage through, and then place my evasion counter on Nebula's ship, which I don't like, because I don't like evasion counters. And, right, encounter card. Encounter card is under fire. Reveal the top card of the encounter deck. It's a double surge, and I can block. So this one only removes the run reveal effect. So the surge is not blocked. And I'm like, do I want to remove 1 encounter card that doesn't have to be... she has a lot of non... I'm gonna see what I get first. So it's first one reveal. It's a weapon mastery. It's the retaliate ones. And then the second one is wide stance. Okay, reduce the amount of damage Nebula takes from each attack by 1. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. Okay, that's fine, I guess. And I am going to use web shooters, and then throw away deflection, webbed up, and Nova to play webbed up on Nebula, which is when attached enemy would attack, discard webbed up instead, then stun that enemy. And then I'm going to tap Starhawk to remove 1 threat from the main scheme. And then I'm tapping the Milano, throwing away Momentum Shift and Enhanced Spider Senses to remove 2 evasion counters. And yeah, that was my turn. Not as much as I want to, but yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Preemptive Strike, Swinging Web Kick, Get Behind Me, and Quinn Carrier. And yeah, so 1 evasive counter, that means +2 here. Alright, I don't do this because she doesn't activate, which means that one, and then I stun her. And that's my encounter card, which is Lethal Insight. Discard card from the top of the encounter deck until it's evasive maneuvers. Nebula gains Stalwart, which means she loses her stun. That's really bad. And I also get another card. Gang Up. The villain and each minion engaged with you attacks you. I'm gonna... Yeah, that doesn't save me in any way. Okay. So, what's gonna happen is she's gonna attack me for... First, she's gonna get a tough status card. I am gonna take 1 damage. I'm gonna discard a card at random from my hand. Preemptive Strike. Whew. Which was what I was thinking of using. And then you are stunned. Which means I'm actually gonna remove the evasive maneuvering of those. And then she's gonna attack me for 3 plus whatever that is. I think I have a better chance to do stuff if I just eat it. Or like take it. Oh right, I'm supposed to have the Power Stone. Sorry. I dealt 5 damage to her before. I should have the Power Stone. Which means I have +1 attack and +1 thwart. Which means he only deals 2 damage. Plus whatever this is. Defending in each option is an option, but then I can't thwart or remove my stunned. And I kind of want to swing web kick her. I'm just gonna eat it. 4 damage. Also, that let me draw a card. I forget that, which is energy, which is perfect. Which means I'm actually gonna do this. I'm gonna use Spider-Man to remove stunned. Starhawk is gonna deal 2 damage, which means she puts into the hand 2 Nebula to remove the tough status card. Then I'm sadly using my last web shooter and get behind me to play Starhawk again, which will deal 2 damage to Nebula. Then I'm going to, I'm gonna just Dart Evasion gonna go through. I can't really do anything about that, but what I can do is I can throw away energy and a swing web kick, or energy and Quinn Carrier actually. No. Energy and Milano to use a swinging web kick, which is deal 8 damage to an enemy. Which means she goes down to 0, which means she flips to her other side, which we haven't seen yet. It just, her attack went up 1. But yeah, we have those left. Which means that I'm gonna have to flip, really. So I'm gonna flip to alter ego mode. Yeah. Sadly. Which means I'm gonna untap everything. I'm gonna draw up to 6. Defensive stance, tackle, first hit, Iron Fist. Also, her new health is 20. Great. Okay. Yeah, it's the villain turn. This one gonna just 3 now, which brings it up to 5 again, which means it's 10 cards again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10. That's the cards in the discard pile. Then this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Web shooter, get behind me, fighting fit, swinging web kick, genius, defensive stance, backflip onto May, black hat, and paired strike. Good cards. I was really hoping I could get onto May in my hand until I flipped here. But yeah, that's just how it is. Which means she is going to scheme. But first, she's gonna get a tough status card thanks to that one. Then I'm gonna take a damage. Then I have to discard a card at random from my hand. which is swinging web kick. That wasn't what I was gonna do anyway. Then I'm gonna do that. And yeah. So. I'm gonna start by recovering. And then I'm gonna flip. No, actually, wait. Wait. I'm gonna use Queen Carrier, Defensive Stance, and Tackle, I think. No, Queen Carrier, Defensive Stance, and First Hit, and then use his resource ability to play Iron Fist with 2 counters on him. Then I'm going to tap Starhawk to thwart. 1 away from Lethal Intent, which will bring Starhawk up to my hand. I'm gonna tap the Milano, throw away those 2, remove 2 evasive counters. And then I'm gonna use... I'm not gonna hit with Iron Fist. I'm just gonna wait 1 turn, which means I'm gonna untap everything. Which means I'm gonna draw up to 5 cards. First hit enhanced Spider says Desperate Defense Bait Switch and Spider Tracker, which means Nebula is gonna get a face down boost card for this attack. Sadly, because she's already tough. Sorry, it's supposed to be 4 on there as well. And then I have to take a damage. And then I do those 2. I'm going to defend. And I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna throw away Spider Tracker to play Desperate Defense and hope that's gonna help me. Which means I defend for 5 and she attack for 3, 4, 5. And that's... Okay, great. So that's actually gonna be... I don't take any damage, which means I untap myself. But I have to... This one goes here, and I have to discard a card at random from my hand. Which is gonna be first hit. Okay, that's... I mean, not terrible. Which means these... Also, I should have drawn a card. Which actually, Strength. First hit should have been removed after Strength was in hand. So there's a chance that I discard Strength. Which I did. Okay. I get 2 encounter cards. The first one is... The dreaded Doomsday Chair. I think... MODOK is still in here. Nope. Is MODOK in here or is MODOK in my hand? MODOK is in my hand here. Well, I'm not complaining about that. Okay. Which means it is our turn. I am still way too low for comfort. But I really want to be able to do some damage, so... I'm gonna throw away Enhanced Spider Sense to play first hit, deal 2 damage to the villain. Remove the tough status card and take a damage from that. Then Iron Fist is going to attack. And 2 damage on Nebula, which means he takes 2 damage back because of her retaliate. Actually, it is 3 damage Nebula because he spent that to stun her. And then Spider-Man is punching for 3 as well. Which means I'm actually gonna use a bait and switch for Milano. The villain attacks you. Remove 4 threat from the main scheme. So the villain's gonna not attack me because stun. And then I get to remove 4 threat from the main scheme. So it's gonna be 5, 6. That's fine now. Which means I'm gonna untap everything. I'm gonna draw my 3 cards apparently. Four, 5. Tackle, Night Nurse, Endurance, Fighting Fit, and Swinging Web Kick. Which means, okay, let's do that, which means there's 5, 6 going up on there. I have to give Nebula a tough status card. I have to take 1 damage, which is bad. And then I have to discard a card at random from my hand. If this is Swinging Web Kick, I have lost again. What did I just tell you? Then she's gonna attack me for that. I get to draw a card, which is Get Behind Me. I'm sadly gonna have to defend this. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to remove one of these first. Let's remove that one. The retaliate I can work around. So I'm gonna defend for 3, and she's gonna punch me for only 3. She's not gonna deal damage to me. That's great. And then MODOK is gonna hit me for 2. Life is great. Okay. I think I could have done it with Swinging Web Kick. Yeah. I don't think it can without it. I have too much things on the thing. I mean, one option is spending Get Behind Me, play the Night Nurse with 3 counters. And then exhaust Milano to use Tackle and Fighting Fit to remove 2 evasion counters. It's still adding too much. Oh right, I forgot this. I forgot the entirety of this as well. Yeah, we lost. We have lost. One last time. This is gonna be the last time. This deck came further by actually at least, you know, letting Nebula evolve to the second stage, at least, and dealt some serious damage to her. So I think this is the deck we should have. It is truly a deck to just, you know, she's supposed to have 17, 5, 6, 7. It's a deck to really, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna say. She start with the Power Stone out. Yeah, I know, it's sad face. I need to go to bed now. Too bad I didn't see this for. Yeah, well, good night. Sleep tight. And there we have that. We should shuffle our deck. I believe in us. We can do this. I'm just gonna pour a drink. When I say a drink, I mean Coke. So, don't think too badly of me. Okay. This is the one. Good night, Herbert-Home, and I appreciate it. First hit. Defensive stance, Quinn Carrier, Starhawk, Tackle, and Spider Tracer. Okay, that's great. Let's discard top 2 cards of the deck. Advance and combat ready. Yay. Okay. I think it's a very, very good thing to start with a Quinn Carrier out. Even though I'm not gonna do it this turn. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do it. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna use that resource. This one is not a hero resource. And then I'm gonna throw away Spider Tracker. To play Quinn Carrier. Quinn Carrier is just a thing. Then I'm gonna flip to Spider-Man. Then I'm gonna throw away defensive stance and first hits. And Quinn Carrier to tackle, which means I actually, because of this, I got the effect, so I deal 3 damage to the villain, stun the villain, take the Power Stone because I dealt 3 damage, and then I'm gonna punch with Spider-Man to deal 3 more damage. Good opening. Okay. Very good opening. So that means you're gonna have a bad first villain turn, as always. 2, 3, 4, 5. Mana shift, enhanced by sense, strength, spirit defense, Starhawk. Okay. Which means is the villain turn, which means bum. Which means that one goes up to 3 threats. Which means I get an encounter card because she removes her stun token. The encounter cards is exhaustion. Exhaust my identity. Actually, no. I'm gonna use Quinn Carrier to use Enhanced Spider Sense to cancel just the exhaust part, but it's still gonna get Surge. Which is gonna be Cutthroat Ambition, which is a technique, which means it gets Surge as well. So it's 2 Cutthroat Ambition. Place 1 throughout the main scheme. So she can't take more than 5 damage in a single attack, but that is perfectly fine with me. Which means it is our turn. I'm gonna start by playing Strength to do Starhawk, and I'm gonna tap Starhawk to thwart away 1 from the Art of Evasion. Then I am going to tap Spider-Man to attack 3 on the villain. And then I'm going to tap the Milano to throw away Momentum Shift to remove one evasive counter from there. And that's all I'm gonna do and keep Desperate Defense, which means I'm gonna untap everything, drop 5 cards, first hit, bait and switch, Fighting Fit. So let's see here. Evasive counter, 1 threat on the main scheme, plus 2 more from the Cutthroat Ambition. Which means Cutthroat Ambition is also gonna go, one of them is gonna go there, and then she's gonna attack me. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna defend, and I'm gonna Queen Carrier into Desperate Defense to block the 2 damage, but that means I get to untap after defense. And also I forgot to draw a card, which was Nova. And my encounter card is gonna be Barrel Roll, Insight. Oh, really? Great! Which means this one actually goes through immediately. Which means it's 8 cards this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And my card is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 out of my 4 block all my all damage against me. Disappeared there. But that's just life sometimes. And also that one has Surge, which means that one also gonna have Surge, and it's the Retaliate and Damage one. Surge, touch the moon into highest priority midpoint without. That one can't attach. Which means it's a Surge as well. So, Hero, Nebula attacks you. And if threat is placed by this activation, place 1 evasion count. If the damage is dealt by this. So, the question is, am I defending from this? That means I'm not going to be able to attack or anything. But if I can defend it and don't take damage, I can deal 5 damage with Fighting Fit. So that's going to be worth it. That's going to be the 3 damage there anyway. But I won't take damage in that case. But it's also a big if. But I'm going to have to draw a card first. Right. Webbed up. Yeah, so I'm just going to defend. Also, that means place 1 threat on the main scheme. I have to take 1 damage from there anyway, which means I'm probably not gonna defend because I already lost that. But that also means I get to remove one of these, and I'm gonna remove the Retaliate. Retaliate 1. Oh, the sleeves are already starting to break. Good sleeves. I know people say that the Game Genic sleeves are shit, and apparently they are. I like them though because I like the feel of them. And yeah, I'm gonna remove Weapons Mastery. You said I'm gonna remove, and then she's gonna attack me for only 2 damage, which is okay. So now I have a big hand. Lets me do a lot of fun stuff. I should reserve 2 for the Milano. Why isn't the Queen Carrier up? What did I do? I didn't do anything with the Queen Carrier this turn. Anyway. Yeah, so Milano should be doing that at least. I mean, Webbed Up is a good way to deal with this. Yeah. So I'm gonna spend these 3. And a Queen Carrier to web Nebula up. And then I'm gonna tap the Milano and throw away both bait and switch to remove 2 evasive counters. And then I'm gonna punch her in the face with Spider-Man for 3 damage. And then I'm gonna punch with Starhawk for 2 damage. And didn't Starhawk have 1 damage on him? I think he had 1 damage. I think I'm supposed to have him in my hand. I'm pretty sure. Even though I don't want him in my hand right now. Okay, I think that was that turn. Which means you have to flip up. Dropped 5. Do I want to keep him there? Yeah. Preemptive strike. Get behind me. Web shooters. Swinging web kick, which is super annoying because I can't do more than 5 damage to her in a turn. Or in a single attack. Which means swinging web kick is nerfed right now, and I just blocked that for 2 attacks. Anyway. 3. Add 3 on there. Then she tries to attack. Swinging as that one there. She's stunned, which means it's time for discard an upgrade or support you control. No, thank you. I'm actually gonna tap the Quinn Carrier to use Get Behind Me. When a treachery card is revealed from the count deck, remove its when reveal effect, and the villain attacks you, which it won't do because she was stunned. Which means it's our turn. And I'm gonna throw away web shooters, probably. Yeah, I'm gonna First of all, I'm gonna attack with Spider-Man to deal 3 damage to her. Which means she has to go to her second form, which has 20 health. And, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna do web shooters. Yeah, so I'm gonna tap the Milano for away Starhawk and Web Shooter to remove 2 evasive counters from there. And yeah, flip up, drop to 5, 3, 4, 5. Black Cat is so good, which means it's Nebula's turn. And it's gonna be 2 there, which turns this one into a 5, and then Cutthroat Ambition's gonna add 1 to there, and then that one is gonna go in there. Then she's gonna attack me for 3. I'm just gonna have to face tank it. Yeah. Well, I get to see first what I draw, and I drew Aunt May, so I'm definitely gonna face tank it, which is gonna hit me for 6! And steal the Power Stone back. I may have made a mistake. I should have defended. Oh well. Which means in my encounter card, and it's that one, it has Surge, but it lets that. Cannonade, exhaust the Milano, remove 3 threat from this, and it adds 1 extra. Okay, can I kill her this turn? Is my question. Probably not. Oh, wait. Sorry. I could have apparently striked her. Which... Oh, I did. Sorry, I should have just preempted strike to block those 3 and deal 3 damage back. Sorry. That was my plan. I just forgot I had it in my hand. And, so 17... And I'm probably gonna wait 1 turn to swing and web kick. Actually, even though she's gonna hit harder now. Actually, I can 1 swing and web kick, so I can get the Power Stone from her, because the Power Stone is so good. Yeah. 2 of them is going to have to go. That one is going to have to go to Milano to be able to remove Nebula ship? I mean, the answer is... The answer is throw away Preemptive Strike, which is going to be my second savior when I defend next turn. But... yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna throw away Aunt May, Black Ant, and Preemptive Strike to hit her for 8 damage, which brings her down to 9, yeah. Which gives me the Power Stone, which lets me tap Spider-Man to hit her for 3, because 5, 6, 7. And it's a little bit too close. I'm actually gonna tap to threat removal too. Yeah. And then I'm gonna tap the Milano to throw away energy to remove the 2 there. Which means you can untap everything, drop to 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please, my second backflip. Yes. Nothing else here that is gonna be extremely good. Sorry. Backflip, defense stance, genius, endurance, night nurse. But genius, well, actually, one of them only is gonna have to actually use genius to defensive stance. Okay, yeah, I'll solve something. It's the villain phase. 1 of his counter, 1 threat. The Nebula is gonna attack me, and I'm not gonna defend, and that's gonna be 6, 7 damage. Oh no, what am I gonna do about that? Except I'm gonna backflip away, bitch, and not take any damage at all. So yeah, I did the damage. This is my encounter card, which is Eviction Notice. Actually, that turns out pretty well. No, it doesn't exhaust. Discard my card at random from your hand discard. Yeah, I'm gonna flip over, do Peter Parker, which means I'm gonna spend that resource to pay for endurance, which will give me +3 hit points. I'm going to flip back to hero form. Actually, I should have drawn a card. Sorry, I should have drawn a card before before I backflipped. Yeah, I should have. Iron Fist. Okay. Well, I'm gonna use Genius, Quinn Carrier, and the Milano to play Iron Fist with 2 Mystic counters, and I'm going to throw away defensive stand to play the Night Nurse to be able to heal when it's necessary and remove status conditions. Then I'm gonna let Danny Rand or Iron Fist deal 1 damage to himself, deal 3 damage to the villain, and stun Nebula. Okay. I think this is gonna work well, actually. Wait, I'm gonna check something. Have they drawn... We've drawn 1 advance. Advance on 1 card though, the chance is low. I don't want... Should I risk it? Yeah. I'm gonna risk it to get the biscuit, I guess. Yeah, let's draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's untap everything. It's web shooter, swing, web kick, fighting fit, tackle, and get behind me. Get behind me. Ooh, nice. which means 1 there, which means that one turned into a 3. She tries to attack me, but she is stunned. Now it goes to it. If this is an advance... No, wait, we're fine. We're fine. Master plan, replace 4 threat on the side scheme. Yeah, that's great. Sure. Let's put 4 threat on there. It is our turn. And because it's thematic to Spider-Man, we're gonna throw away Fighting Fit, Tackle, Get Behind Me, to Swinging Web Kick Nebula down to 0 health. Yeah, that was the game. I was doubting it, but I like this deck. The changes we made to make this deck. I actually really enjoyed it. So what we're gonna do is we are going to, as always, go to this page, which I've added last week's, even though I couldn't do it then. These are all our victories. I've added the new heroes that have been announced and are just gonna come. I can't wait to play any of them. And I also added the new villains. But we were playing Spider-Man, and we were playing Nebula. And then we were playing Protection. The first hero we have 2 victories with. I think it's the first hero we have double played ones. So yeah, I think that was a really fun game. I didn't think we were gonna do it, but yeah. Spider-Man with a Power Stone. And yeah, it was. I went more aggressive instead. I didn't want to defend because I wanted to use the power. I wanted to use the Power Stone for me, or like yeah. So I think that was a great choice. It was a great change in the deck. What was it we changed? We added a Fighting Fit, Defensive Stance, Preemptive Strike. We added Fighting Fit, right? We added. We had the Deflection as well. Even though we didn't get to use Deflection. But Deflection is just a great card. I know I didn't read it before, but it's Hero Interrupt. When Identity would take any amount of damage from an attack. Prevent up to 5 that damage. Discard cards from the top of your deck equal to the amount prevented this way. So just a nice heal thing. Or like a protection thing. But yeah, it was a great game. We're gonna go next week, Friday as well. And yeah, it's hopefully gonna go great then as well. I don't know when I'm gonna get Mad Titan Shadow, but we're gonna start doing the new heroes then. And then yeah, I can't wait for some of the new cards that have been announced, especially for the aspects. Like, I'm honestly considering just printing and proxying a couple of them to just spice it up a little bit to try new stuff, but I don't like that either. But yeah, it was a great game today, and thank you all so much for joining the stream. And yeah, I just have a killer week.